Okay. Think I've waited long enough. How's it go? It be that time. Little belated. But it be that time for sure. Let's see. Definitely be that time. So I remember Pointy Boy. Yes. That's awesome. Yeah, we had just barely got started with this trial, but I was definitely liking what I've been seeing. What have I missed? Didn't stream on the weekend because I was away. And if you're talking about the previous stream, well, we have a jury, believe it or not. And wait, I think you were kind of there, and Vampire Edgeworth. Yeah, that's pretty much it. And the defendant is a rich dude. Except no one would defend him because, you know, Vampire Edgeworth. Yeah, you haven't missed anything. Beppo? Oh my god. So, are these all witnesses? I don't remember. Yeah, you started Vampire Edgeworth. I know. But you wanted a recap, so. Order! Oh my god. Multiple witnesses. That's a little sus. Oh yeah, the victim's a Mason, that's right. And now we're getting, and the screen is small. Ah yes, I am on the incorrect scene. My apologies. I was just ready to start. I don't know. Yeah. Okay. So, just cold. You're inside. How are you? You're inside with fire everywhere. How you cold, dude? Well, my name is, well, everyone calls me Beppo. I drive in, oh yeah, he's a bus driver. I drive an omnibus in the East End. Oh my god, there's gonna be too much voices. What have I got myself into? No! Oh. Let's see. There. Give me 1 second. I'm trying to call in help. Maybe I'll get lucky. I don't know. I'm just realizing, oh no, there's multiple witnesses. Yeah. Oh, geez. Maybe I'll continue. Brute fair play. I'm a banker in the city. My name's First. Lady First. Lady. Oh my. How would that work? Well, Sorry, I'm talking out loud. Responding to a DM out loud. Oh, you see. Without my kick-ass mic, I am nothing? No. That is not true.
Hello?
Hello. You are not nothing without kick-ass mic, dude.
Well, okay,
Oh.
you
Also-
called me and it rang through my desktop
Uh-huh.
and it's using my webcam, I think, and
Oh.
I'm using sound speakers, so there's gonna be feedback.
Okay. I mean, I don't hear myself, but I'm guessing you have push to talk. Why didn't it answer the phone?
Hold on.
Nick B setting up his PC again. From scratch, basically.
My computer did a big boom last night, so hold on.
No, Eden, don't say that! Eden was like, I didn't even register it was him. Uh-oh.
Hello, it is I, Nicholas, who sounds totally different right now.
You don't
Yes,
to
Windows did a big poo-poo. Import, shut up! That's what I'm most upset about.
You all and your, anime grindy game.
I like this guy's hat.
Yeah.
His name is Ladies First.
Yes.
Man.
Alright. Did you want to switch to your phone, or are you fine with what you got?
I actually just got called down for dinner.
Oh, okay. Well,
Maybe everything will be set up when I get back.
what's happening right now? Like,
It's just downloading a lot of crap.
Oh, by the way, right, if you're looking to download programs, right, in bulk,
Yeah.
I don't know how much you've downloaded already. There's this neat website called Ninite.
Huh. That would have been good to know before, I literally finished. These drivers are the last thing I need.
Okay, well, keep that in mind.
Okay, thank you.
All right. Have a good food. I'll be here in the meantime. Will you?
No.
What? What? What?
You guys don't get family privileges.
Voice. Oh,
Okay,
I see.
I'll talk to you all later.
Okay.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
Well. I mean, I was hoping things might be set up, but maybe that was a bit of it was desperation, dude. Yeah, anyway, I will. Eden, resubscribe with Prime. I forgot about text to speech. Oh my god. Thank you, dude. 6 months I'm your Prime sub. Oh my goodness. Thank you. You could have you forgot about the TTS. It works. Brian is a thing. I got it to work. Yes. Okay. My name's First. Lady First. I, make hats for gents. Oh god. No, well, at least here's a voice I actually have to remember. I mean, not statically remember, but... Nick would have loved this voice in this dude. Hell no. Oh, you replied to that, gotcha. Let's... I have to remember it, yes. Let's begin by Nope. Let's begin by confirming the facts. No, that's not what I did. At least I don't think it's what I did. 3 days ago. A short time after 10 o'clock in the evening. That's not really squeaky. What? Oh my god. Eden with the gifted sub to Nappy is insane. Eden really do be making her way. 3 days ago. 3 days ago. 3 days ago. I'm trying to think. Trying to get an emo edge. 3 days ago. At a short time after 10 o'clock in the evening. All of you present in the stand were in an omnibus and witness to the aforementioned incident. Gifted sub to Nick also. Oh my god. Insane. Dave, you've gifted 7 subs ever on my channel? I didn't even realize. Oh my god. Is that correct? Yes, sir. Quite right. No, all these witnesses, you know, not be making it rain, but it's worth it. The witnesses will not have consistent voices. This is what I've decided to. Yes, sir. That's right, sir. Very well then. Let's proceed to your formal testimonies, please. Each of you will tell the court precisely what you saw. Triple witness, quintuple jurors. Man, this is ridiculous. I love it. It was the last bus of the evening, so I had few customers. I remember it well. Victim and the man accused of killing him were sat next to each other inside the bus. And out of the blue, the accused just reached over and plunged a knife into his guts. That's right. He stabbed him. I screamed, I did. Couldn't help it. As soon as I heard the scream, I stopped my bus. And then I saw it too. Unambiguous testimony, I must say. What? Dude, exactly, my lord. These men witnessed the incident in the omnibus with their own eyes. I'd like to ask a question, if I may. Yes, counsel. Well, this testimony makes absolutely no sense to me whatsoever. Why not? Well, the incident took place inside a moving carriage, didn't it? As has been clearly stated from the outset, yes. Well, in that case, how could those 2 witnesses possibly have seen what happened? There's no way they could have seen the inside of the moving carriage. I thought they were gonna do 3 dings for the witnesses. How quaint. I've read that civilization in the Eastern Island nations was a good century, but oh no. Oh no, is he gonna pull the card? Is he about to pull the card that I think he's gonna pull? I've read that civilization in the Eastern Island nations was a good century behind our own. But you're here in London yourself. Are you really so ignorant about our omnibuses? Okay, he didn't quite go there. He didn't quite go there. Huh? Tell me, mine. Baby? Tell me, my Nipponese friend. No, that's too regular, Edgeworth. Almost. Tell me, my Nipponese friend. Have you ever traveled in an omnibus? Have you even traveled in an omnibus? I still don't know what to do with this dude. I felt like I had it figured out last stream. Well, no. I mean, only arrived in London this morning. No matter. I've arranged for us all to see ourselves. The actual scene of the crime, that is. They about to ride a fucking carriage into the courtroom. I almost like this dude. What do you mean? The actual scene? How? Carriage is designed to be moved after all. Presumably you understand that much. Yes. The omnibus in which this bloody crime took place is here today. In this very building. Here? What? The entire carriage? Bailiff! Bring forth the stricken omnibus. The whole ass bus. Okay, that's not as big as I thought it would be. Well, that's an omnibus. The omnibus. Can't believe they could bring something so enormous in here. Great Britain's courtrooms are amazing. As you can see, the omnibus is pulled by 2 horses and can carry up to 8 passengers. All passengers seated inside the enclosed cabin, and another 4 on the rooftop deck above. Every Londoner knows that the best views of the city's architecture and sights are to be had from the top of an omnibus. And I should point out to our foreign guests that there is a skylight in the roof, allowing the view of the interior from the seats above. Ah, skylight. Oh! The penny drops at last, I see. These 2 gentlemen were occupying the rooftop seats on the omnibus when the murder took place. That is how they came to witness the grim incident. Through the skylight. That makes perfect sense. Well, Counsel, this is a first. In all my years behind the bench, I've never experienced the crime scene itself being brought into the courtroom. There are a number of important clues remaining inside the carriage, my lord. I would like to submit the omnibus itself as evidence. Holy shit. That is the prosecution's wish. Very well. I see no reason why not. The omnibus is hereby formally accepted as evidence. Can't believe it. The entire crime scene entered as evidence? Yes. Great Britain is simply extraordinary. Let the bus testify. Oh my god. I could help myself a lot by giving that omnibus a thorough examination, seeing as it's here. Let us continue with proceedings then. Your cross-examination, Counsel. Pray don't expect this Nipponese to I think he crossed the line. Maybe. Maybe. I don't know. Pray don't expect this Nipponese stray to understand the intricacies of a British court's cross-examination rules. Still haven't got the emo, like, mood down. Alright. My first cross-examination in a British court. Focus, Ryunosuke. Focus. Could voice the bus. Oh my god. Imagine if the bus actually did become a character necessary to be voiced. Oh yeah. This is the cross-examination. How the fuck did you know? You were outside the... Right? And out of the blue... Yeah. I hit back. I keep forgetting right click is back in this game as opposed to the other game. Like the trilogy. Alright. So when it happened, the only two people in the enclosed cabin area were the victim and the defendant. And, oh help me, 3 whole people witnessed the man I'm trying to defend to do the deed. You looked it up to be safe? Oh, gotcha. Well, that was only partially what I meant. His tone was the other thing. Calling him a stray, being like, don't expect this dude to understand. Yeah, okay. That's at least something. I don't like to be pessimistic. Yeah, appreciate that. I don't like to be pessimistic, but we do seem to be in a rather difficult situation here. What am I supposed to think here? Is Mr. McGilded really innocent? Could it be? Before we jump to conclusions, our first task should be to gather information. We need to understand the case much better than we do at the moment. Yeah, you're right. Let's listen to those witness statements again. Little more... Pardon me. Little more carefully this time. Press everything, got it. Yes. I think it was sometime after 10, wasn't it? Oh, yes, sir. That's right. Yes. It was ever so cold it was, sir. Freezing, in fact. And you had 4 passengers on board at the time. Is that correct? Yes. That's right, sir. Not all traveling in the same parts of the bus, but... Of course, though. No. And there were no other passengers when the incident took place? No one alighted, for example? Oh, what does that mean? Let's see. I guess in the case of bus, it means like getting out of the bus. Which, I mean, you know, makes sense. You're quite right with it, sir. 2 other passengers like that. No, none. But nobody fled the scene of the crime then. I have to say, the boss insists on running, he does. Every evening. The last bus of the day. That last bus of the day. But I do wonder sometimes if it's altogether worthwhile. Yes, sorry to say. What do you mean by that? Well, what with it being so cold and everything, and only making 20 pence on the run, you see. Yes, I spend that much at the pub on the way home, just trying to warm up again. Victim and the man accused of. And then you saw them through the skylight in the roof on the carriage? That's right. And you sit up there on the top deck. The window's right there at your feet. There was a lamp on the inside, so I had a pretty good view. Two of them were wearing hats, and you can't see their faces. Perfect. Two of them were wearing hats, and I couldn't exactly make out their faces. There's not a shred of doubt in my mind that it was Mr. McGilded. How can you be so sure? Well, how can I put it politely? McGilded is a gentleman of rather small stature. I couldn't have mistaken him for anyone else. Let's not forget that when the vehicle came to a halt, the only people inside the closed cabin were the deceased Mr. Mason and Mr. McGilded. There is no room for doubt here. I really wish there was. You actually saw the exact moment it happened? Didn't I already testify to that? Our fair dinkum hard-working city bankers not considered trustworthy. Our fair dinkum hard-working city bankers not considered trustworthy these days. I don't know what that means either. Dinkum. Authentic, genuine. Okay, got it. Oh, no, I didn't mean that. This is no good. I've really got his back up. Perhaps you could just tell us what you saw in a little more detail if that's... My lord. Jar number 3? What is the meaning of this? My mind is made up, my lord. Completely and utterly made up. Made up about what? I don't like the stinking rich. Never have. You're almost dressed up like one, dude. They're always up to something, or other than that, they shouldn't be. Every one of them. And that little leprechaun of a man is no exception. Well, he can't fool me. Whoa. Oh my god, that is cool. Also, tell me how fire weighed that thing. What did he throw? Did he throw actual fire? Did he throw an object that was on fire? Got a fucking knife, dude. I don't like it. There's no point wasting time listening to any more of this. That's my opinion on the matter anyway. That's precisely what I was about to say. As the foreman of the jury, it's my duty to set a good example to my fellow jurors. What is happening here? Let me see. Yes. It seems that's how the members of the jury give their verdicts. With fire?
Apparently, yes. White for innocent, and black for guilty. As the 6 members of the jury make up their minds about the case, one by one, they each cast a ball of fire into the great scales of justice, as we saw a moment ago.
So if those enormous scales fall completely to the black side, does that mean...
Let's do our very best to make sure that doesn't happen.
Now I'm even more worried than I was before.
Very well.
The court acknowledges the change in the jury's stance. Give me one moment. Okay, I'm good now. Yeah, you would think there would be a part in the trial where they're specifically giving their verdict, not just as it's going. But I get it. The drama and all that. Okay. Counsel for the defense, please continue with your cross-examination. This is a nightmare. Eat infinity, redeemed hydrate and stretch. Okay, I will do that. I appreciate it. I very much appreciate it. When's the last time I've done a Mondays anyway? Feels like it's just been the weekends. But I guess this time it kinda worked out because I wasn't really available during the weekend. I went to go visit family. I brought my computer, but I really didn't feel like bringing my mic. More specifically, I didn't feel like, dismantling everything related to my mic. And bringing it, and then having to set it all back up when I get home. I mean, really, it would just be the microphone, the shock mount, the cable, and the interface. It wouldn't be the actual arm stand, because I would be carrying a different stand. Yeah. But I did feel like bringing the computer, and I don't know if anyone here has seen that, but I've made that fairly easy to carry. Got a bag and stuff for for my quote-unquote laptop. Which I still gotta make some quality of life tweaks to, but I mean, I'm liking it. I still might get a regular laptop eventually, but but it would be more of a supplement to this. It wouldn't be a complete replacement. I like having the big power for the desktop price. That's for sure. And if I got a real laptop, then it would just be as a supplement, something small for non-game related things. Yeah. He stabbed him, you say? You were sitting up on the roof deck, were you? Were you?
Yes, that's right, sir. I was up on the roof seats. I remember seeing the little gent sitting next to the fellow that was stabbed. I'd been thinking about a new hat design, you see, so I was just gazing absent-mindedly around. But then, I happened to look down through the skylight. It was sticking out right from his belly. That huge, great knife.
A crimshite indeed.
Oh, that didn't help me at all.
Jury look like they're even more convinced my client did it than they were before.
Ah, yes, dearie, murder. That sounds good.
I don't know. Trying to think what in the world the jury be saying.
It appears to have made everyone even more dubious that Mr. McGild is telling the truth. Only we had some evidence to counter their suspicions.
Mr. First!
Oh, yes, sir?
Is this the knife you saw? Is this the knife you saw?
Oh, good grief. Yes, that's it. The very one, sir.
Is that...
the weapon?
Yes, Counsel. This was the blade that was driven into the victim's belly like a stake through the heart.
That is a blade of considerable size, Counsel.
It is. And furthermore, the scabbard is emblazoned. The scabbard is emblazoned prominently with a certain initial. The letter M, which seems oddly familiar. M for Magnus, perhaps? Or McGilded, possibly. Take your pick. It seems this particular big name in London made a magnificent mistake. The slap and slam. But there are M's everywhere. Yes! Like in Mason! Objection! This blade is far too extravagant for a poor brickmaker to have owned. I mean, you said Mason. Like, what kind of Mason we talking about? No. This weapon of murder almost certainly belongs to the accused. Not conclusive, but certainly compelling, Counsel.
My lord, if you'll forgive the interruption.
Door number 2. Go on.
Mr. McGilded is a pillar of society, and a gentleman's words should be sacrosanct. However, those of us in service know we must accept the hard truths.
Wait, what are you about to...
Dispose of the rubbish.
Jeez. No.
I don't wish to cause offense, but I do like to eradicate.
Wait, I got a voice for this. Hold on. I don't know how loud I'm gonna be when doing it.
I don't wish to cause offense, but I do like to eradicate all the traces of filth and grime.
Hold it! I have painstakingly typed every word uttered here today, and cross-referenced all the facts. Yeah, I'm not gonna do that voice, but it might be more suiting for her. One.
As such, I am now in a position to draw the only logical conclusion.
Not again!
That's 4 out of 6 jury members who've proposed a guilty verdict. There are only 2 left.
We've had it. Every time I press these witnesses for more information, just make the situation worse. So we're not supposed to fuck.
What we are in need for more than anything at the moment is more information.
What?
I don't know.
But Alright, I'll keep trying. We have to hear them out, dude. I don't understand. Just need to keep calm and listen to the witnesses' statements again. Can we look? Is it solely witnesses that we have to look at, or can we examine shit? What evidence do we even have? Autopsy report. Okay. And we can magnifying glass. Woo. There was a blood stain on the right glove. Blood. This is definitely blood, isn't it? Not the most pleasant sight to be confronted with on our first day in London. Well, nothing will come of grumbling now. No. By the way, Mr. McGilded right-handed? Yes, I believe so. He was toying with the coin in his right hand a little earlier. Ah, pity. He'd been left-handed. I think blood on either glove would be fairly incriminating, really. What's in the glove? I don't know. Is there even anything worthwhile on those? Can we examine the boss? Yes.
Well, let's open the door and go inside, shall we?
The scene of a murder. It's horrible. Whoosh. I know I saw the other seat. Just let me. Eat blood. That's blood that soaked into the seat. Victims, obviously.
Yes. And that seat to be clearly visible from the roof deck.
Did you really stab somebody in full view of the other passengers like that? Wonder.
Well, it was after dark. And there was a lamp on in here, so perhaps the culprit couldn't see anything outside through the skylight.
Whichever way you look at it, doesn't seem like it was a planned attack. Notice? Ah, that's a poster for the Great Exhibition that's due to start 6 months from now. There's a lot of focus being drawn to the Crystal Tower, centerpiece of the whole exposition.
Ooh, Crystal Tower. It's under construction already, I believe. People all over London must be fizzing with excitement at the prospect of such a grand event.
Another one? The roof. It's quite a large skylight, isn't it?
Yes, quite large enough to afford a good view into the cabin from the roof deck.
And there doesn't appear to be a handle or catch of any description. Well, I suppose it can't be opened from the inside cabin, at least.
Is that who I think it is? Bunny waiting with the party 14? Hello! Oh my god. Hello everyone, is that Reed I see as well? Oh my goodness. Hello everybody. Thank you very much for the raid. I'm just playing Ace Attorney. Well, it's actually the new game, but it's like it takes place in like the late 19th century, early 20th century. We're in London. There's an entire flippin' bus in the courtroom right now that we're just examining. So how was the stream? Oh, that's right. You changed your name. I am so sorry. I should probably be calling you Kai now, shouldn't I? Eden over here with the very literal cat calling. Nice. Yes. Dang, so much for the recommended. So what were you playing? Oh no, I hit scroll. No. Oh, you must have a wonderful view of London streets from up here.
So people sit all the way up here on bitter winter nights. The cold air rushing past them. Chat pause due to scroll. No, don't pause chat. Okay, there we go. It was arts time, and then a man arrived named Friend Nudes, and it devolved from the— What? What does that mean? Okay, fine, Eden. You can do what you want. Within reason. Fried nudes. That's even better. They have to pay money to do so?
I can't imagine how cold it must feel.
That just made me think of something horrible. Very different. You're deep fried. No. Oh my god. I feel like this game is gonna get halfway there with how borderline inappropriate the localization can get. Halloween profile picture art stream. Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, fried noodles. That's pretty great. Not gonna lie.
Eh.
Can you imagine being dragged around the city in the freezing cold as a punishment?
Perhaps that's the real price you pay to stay out late.
Was investigating this bus even worth it? Like, did we even find anything? Because it doesn't feel like it. Kind of feels like we're actually just backed into a corner. Phoenix Wright Omnibus? Excuse me? Well, that's quite the Easter egg. Is Phoenix a time traveler? I can't find anything out of place. No, of course not. Of course not. He's named after a bus. It all makes sense now. Like, his real last name is Naruhodo, but... Or, like, his last name would have been Naruhodo, but somewhere along the family line, they just changed it to... It's like... Ryunosuke was like... Bus. Yes. That is the new family name. Married into the bus company. Yeah, probably at some later point, who knows. That seems more plausible. Oh my god.
I don't. What the fuck do we do?
Examine the knife. That's all we can do at this point. Unsheathe the knife, man.
That part is the sheath, isn't it? Are you alright, Mr. Naruhodo?
Uh-huh. Oh. Sorry. Yes, I... just don't really like blades.
Oh. Those don't seem like the words of a man with a large katana slung from his waist.
That's not a blade. That's Kazuma's soul. Said so straightforward. Anyway, there's no sense in delaying it. See what the blade looks like. Yep, that'd be blood, all right. It looks a lot like blood.
It surely is blood. The victims.
Englishman blood. Englishman's blood looks a lot like Japanese words. Englishman's blood looks a lot like a Japanese man's blood. Yeah.
Did you think it wouldn't?
Sorry, it's just that I only just arrived here in Great Britain. I'm finding it a little hard to adjust. Yes, partner.
Yes, I do understand.
Where's the M? M, big M. Okay. An ornate letter M. Undeniably Mr. Magnus McGilded's initial.
And it's beautifully gilded too. Must be very valuable, I should think. Oh. What is it?
Look at this M. If you turn it upside down, it becomes a W. This could change everything.
A W?
Yes. This is one of those, turnabout cases. I'm sure of it.
I'm afraid I don't know at all. But what I am sure of is that it's an M.
Oh. Well, that idea was quickly quashed. Turnabout, yes. Autopsy report. Thrice-fired Mason. I don't like it. I feel like we've got nothing. If we press them again, is that gonna make things worse? Oh. I'm going with, if we have any way of getting out of this, it's with that height disparity we saw in the flashback. And you saw them through the skylight in the roof of the carriage? That's right. When you sit up on the top deck, the window's right there at your feet. Whoop. There was a lamp on the inside, so I had a pretty good view. Two of them were wearing hats, and I couldn't exactly make out their faces. Oh. But there's not a shred of doubt in my mind that it was Mr. McGilded. How can you be so sure? Well, how can I put it politely? McGilded is a gentleman of rather small stature. I couldn't have mistaken him for anyone else. Let's not forget that when the vehicle came to a halt, the only people inside the enclosed cabin were the deceased Mr. Mason and Mr. McGilded. There's no room for doubt here. I really wish there was.
Hold it!
Shit. Nope, nope, nope. Something with the gloves, you're just convinced this is an OJ adjacent case. Armband. It's our badge. Oh my god. Not. Why would he need to wear gloves if it was in plain view? I don't get it. It's cold. Yeah, I guess. Man. Okay. I don't. Are we just supposed to immediately jump to presenting something?
Hold it!
Doesn't feel like we have anything solid. You actually, didn't I already testify to that? Okay, dude. Okay, Mr. First, let's try you. Again.
Hold it!
Do. Whoops. Oh, that's so cool. So this dude's just permanently cold. Nice. The little gent. Uh-huh. So he saw it after it happened. No, not again, not again.
If this wasn't a court of law, I would have felt compelled to use a Sasato takedown. But that lapse in judgment.
No. Jeebus. As we have heard, witness had an unfettered view of events unfolding. Would you not concur, coachman? Your dithering suggests that you would.
Yes, sir.
That's not the voice I did. What exactly did you see? Oh, well, sir, that would be the passenger, sir. Yes, collapsed on the floor he was.
And by the passenger, obviously you were referring to the victim, Mr. Mason, the brickmaker.
And the other passenger, the knife in his hand like this.
By the other passenger, obviously you were referring to the accused, Mr. Magnus McGilded.
And then he plunged it out like this, stabbing the other passenger in the belly. What? Let me just reread. Okay.
My lord, I wish to speak. Yes, juror number 5. Do I take it that you, too, as the master of the London Guild of Coachmen, the idea of a murder being committed in one of the city's carriages is utterly abhorrent to me? It wouldn't be right to make a decision before hearing all the facts, though, I said to myself. But I've heard enough now. The horse is bolted, as they say. No, please, just keep an open mind, little... Get up now, Silver Blaze. The finish is in sight.
What? Oh my god, I don't...
Beppo's a long-standing member of the guild, and I trust what the man says.
Thank you, sir. You're too kind, sir. Which now means that... What's the other line? This is too unkind, sir.
Which now means that 5 jurors agreed to condemn this man. Madam Juror number 6. Yes, dear. What can I do for you?
You have heard the testimonies of the witnesses in the stand.
Oh, yes. I certainly have. Still got my hearing, you know.
Then, pray tell, why are you yet to pronounce your leaning?
Well, dear, the thing is, I'm a creature of habit, me. I always go to the park around this time of day, and sit on a nice bench and get on with my knitting. There's a lovely little park just near where I live. McGilded Park, it's called.
Oh.
A gentleman donated it to the city, you know. To put a smile on Londoners' faces, he said. I can't imagine such a fine young gentleman would have it in him to take another man's life. He is always doing wonderful things for the city. That's right. A man like that wouldn't stab someone, surely. Mother, may we go to the McGilded Public Library later and borrow some more books? How many Londoners live with their heads in the clouds? Do you people not know what kind of a man Magnus McGilded really is? What kind of a man is he? The philanthropist Magnus McGilded has enough wealth to purchase the entire city he claims to value so highly. But where did all that wealth come from? Your client is a Shylock, sir, and one with the very darkest of souls. What? Stone the crows! McGilded lends money at extortionate rates of interest, so his victims have no hope of repaying him. When they default, he takes possession of everything they own. He is a vulture that preys on the weak. I've never heard any mention of that before. Your faculties haven't deserted you, I'm sure, madam. So this thought has not crossed your mind? Would a man wealthy enough to buy London in its entirety not have a carriage of his own? What possible reason could this man have had to make use of a public omnibus service? You're not saying that. The victim, a poor brickmaker, had next to nothing to his name, save considerable financial liability. It will come as no surprise that his creditor was the accused, Magnus McGilded. Damn! I'm not even sure I believe our client. But let it also be known that the very day Mr. Mason was killed was the final repayment date for his debts. Goodness gracious! The brickmaker was destitute. He had lost his house. He had not a shilling with which to repay his debts. And in the end, his pitiful soul had the very last thing he owned taken from him: his life. By the merciless philanthropist pretender, Magnus McGilded. I don't believe it. Hold it. If I might add something briefly, I think Sasato is the only one that... Yeah. Sasato's the only one trying here anymore. Sasato? You claim that the victim had been lent money by Mr. McGilded. But where's the evidence to support your claim? He's just like, I don't got time for this shit. Pray forgive the discourtesy of filling my hallowed chalice in a court of law. Ha! Heritage! Lord Van Zeek's hallowed chalice. How can this be considered acceptable? But I find myself in unexpectedly good humor. I had heard ladies from the Far East could show great courage, but I didn't expect to experience it myself. Excuse me? As judicial assistant to the defense, I am simply doing my job. What a pity that your display of courage is in vain. This is the debtor's ledger, which details all monies loaned by the accused. You'll find the victim's name clearly recorded inside. Oh. Allow me to present this ledger as evidence. And pray forgive the discourtesy of raising my chalice in toast to the enigmatic East at the same time. Oh, I have notification. What this? Who this? Okay. A marvelous toast, Counsel. I will gladly accept this new evidence. Ah, yes. 20 guineas. The victim owed a considerable sum. And the accused made quite certain he had ample recompense. Well, it would seem I've had the wool pulled over my eyes. Regrettably, madam, that is the modus operandi of the accused. And it's such a pretty little park, too. What a scoundrel! Still, maybe it's all for the best.
Damn, there really is nits with rage. There really is no hope, is there?
But wait a minute. Let's think about this a little bit before. I don't stand for nonsense. That was it. Last juror's decision.
That page flipping though.
Ah, according to this encyclopedia of British law.
Is that the same? Is that the same book she's been carrying around even before with like the medical stuff? I don't even know anymore.
And all members of the jury have concluded that the defendant is guilty. Court proceedings are suspended, and the presiding judge will deliver the final verdict and sentence. That's what it says here.
The final verdict. It's over then.
Oh,
Technicality, here we come.
there's a footnote, though.
Footnote.
However, the defense... All 6 members of the jury are now in agreement in this case. Allow me to convey my respect for your swift and righteous decision. According to the laws of this country, I will now conclude the trial by delivering my final verdict. I trust there are no objections? Object.
Sasato, just tell me one more thing.
Oh, yes?
You were in the middle of saying something before. The footnote in your Encyclopedia of British Law. However, the defense... What did it say next?
Oh, yes, of course. One moment. When all members of the jury have concluded that the defendant is guilty, court proceedings are suspended. The presiding judge will deliver the final verdict and sentence. And the footnote says, however, the defense has the right to demand a summation examination of the jurors at this point.
Ooh. Summation? Examination? Objection! Objection! Summation examination? From which century has that tome you've there been resurrected?
Oh,
Judging from the binding, I would say that book is at least 50 years old. User entered your channel.
User left your channel. Channel switched.
Hello?
Microphone
Hello.
Is this working?
Yes.
I was forced to download the new TeamSpeak, so I'm not sure if my automatic gain control is fucked up.
It's been fine at my end. At least if you think it's been fine on my end. I've had the new version for a while.
Okay, but what if I talk very quietly for a while? I'm gonna guess that's a yes.
Maybe I don't have automatic gain control on. Let's see. What option is that? Where is that?
In new TeamSpeak, it is on the playback category for some reason.
Automatic voice volume leveling?
I'm assuming that's what that is.
I do have that on.
So, for some weird reason, new TeamSpeak makes all gain control client side on the receiving side. I don't know why.
So I have to do something, or I don't.
So if you turn it off, I don't think it will gain me up.
Oh, because it's on the playback side. Huh.
Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah. Immediately, I noticed the
So if I do this and talk really quietly, are you still going to hear my super fan?
No.
Okay, is it all gone now?
Yeah, but now I have to gain boost you into all hell. Give me.
No, but this... Okay, but that's me being very quiet. This is me talking normal.
Still.
Hi, I am Nick. I am quiet boy.
Plus 16 decibels, dude. That is some crazy amplification.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
I have to turn you up that far too. Hold on.
What the fuck? Okay, I mean, to be fair, my gain is set really low to, like, cancel, like, to minimize the echo from my walls.
I have set you to plus 20 decibels.
I am so sorry.
I am terrified for when you actually start to turn up your own microphone.
I'll try and let you know. I just have it turned down so that I can be closer to the mic and the echo is is a lot lower compared to my voice, you know?
New TeamSpeak is so annoying.
And
Can I
then
get the previous version again, please?
and then I have compression enabled. I mean, worst case, we can always move to mumble, dude. But yeah.
My bumble.
My bumble. Wait, so speak now? I'm just gonna check how your levels on the stream.
Hello, it is I, Nicholas, otherwise known as the Shootski.
Whoa. Yeah, I think you're good. I could turn you up a smidge though, so let's see. 18. Go for 18. I like how we're turning each other up by about the same amount. That's hilarious.
I wonder if, like, new TeamSpeak just kind of has a new standard volume level. I'm gonna go look into playback again. What if I move that slider all the way up? Hey, can you talk for me really quickly?
I'm talking really quietly. Should I talk louder?
Talk normal.
I'm talking normal now.
Okay, now do it again.
Talking normal again.
Nope, that changed literally nothing.
Oh, man. It's gonna take some finessing, I think. Maybe we have to turn on remove background noise and automatic gain control. Even though remove background noise is on the input side and playback is on the output side.
I want to die. This is actually awful.
To be fair, receiving and automatic gain control is something I could use for some people on Discord. Wait, they're not here. Okay, never mind. Anyway, yeah, we could. Would you, if I screen share call, would you like to voice Vampire Edgeworth?
Is that this dude?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's
Just for a
like
bit.
he's like emo Edgeworth, basically, almost.
Just for a bit, because I am exhausted and I've had a hell of a weekend.
Well, you could not do it seriously. But yeah, I hear you, dude. I had a pretty long weekend too. That's why I'm just like intimidated.
Oh yeah.
Look at this dude. He has a fucking wine glass and everything, and the cape and the
Wine glass? That's a whole damn bottle.
he has the bottle and the glass.
Is he allowed to be in court with a whole bottle of wine?
Kind of seems like a noted item of his from a couple dialogue ago. Or it seems to be presented as just this notable item. The hallowed chalice. Where is it?
Whoa.
I guess I can't go that far back to see the word is hallowed chalice, but yeah.
Whoa, this is weird. So I'm watching your stream too. Looks normal,
Uh-huh.
but the screen share looks like Flux activated or something, or the low light.
Yeah,
Yellow
Flux or Windows had an update, right?
Yeah.
To where beforehand it wouldn't show in screen share or screenshots, but now it seems to show in screen share or screenshots. So it doesn't show in OBS.
It doesn't show in OBS. Oh, it's gone now.
Is that because I clicked away
It's
from
back.
the game? What if I click in the game? Is it gone
It's
now?
back.
It's back.
That is so funny.
Let me disable it then. Disable when using the Great Ace Attorney Chronicle. What happens if I select that? And I
back
click in.
No, it's
It
still
didn't
there.
do anything on mine. Oh, there it goes for me.
Oh, yeah, okay, bye-bye. Bye-bye, yellow.
Hello,
weird.
white, blue, searing, but yeah,
Sorry.
it's all good.
Anyway, so you're out of luck.
Oh,
Yeah, we seem to be back into the biggest corner. Like, our client almost seems guilty.
Man.
I have no reason to believe he's not guilty at this point.
Man. When the prosecution is so convincing.
Like, at this point, all the jurors have made their decision. We're just trying to figure out if we can get a technicality in to continue the trial.
Yeesh.
Yeah, Simpword's comparing it to O.J. Simpson.
But the glove doesn't fit.
What even is it, Miss Sasato? So-called summation examination? This is supposedly the technicality we're about to use.
oh, one moment and I'll read about it.
Yes, she just has the book on everything.
You would demand the right to a procedure before you even understand what it entails. Stupid, stupid, stupid. Humph. Typical nipple knees.
Isn't this like, aren't these like the first Japanese people he's met in his entire life?
What? Yeah, what is he saying?
Oh my god. Yeah, Sasato's model's pretty good. But yeah.
Alright, Mr. Naruhodo. I think I understand. Seems that under this procedure, you would be able to appeal to the members of the jury.
To do what exactly?
Appeal to them to change their leaning and reverse their decisions. And it says here that, if successful, the proceedings of the trial must be resumed.
Make them reverse their decisions. Yes. In times gone by, barristers would use a summation examination to attempt to influence a jury's decision. So there's this...
Judge literally like the ancestor of the Phoenix Wright judge.
I don't know.
He looks so similar.
He has more.
Everything
He has
about-
more hair though.
True.
But yeah, there's these scales, right? And all the jurors have a button that just shoots a piece of fire into the scale all the way from the juror's desk.
Man, we have really regressed as a species. Can't believe we used to control fire magic 100 years ago.
Right. But that procedure became something of a formality, with no practical benefit, really. So it rather fell out of use.
I wonder why.
Oh, because it was devoid of purpose. Stupid. Changing just one member of the jury's mind would be hard enough, let alone several. No self-respecting defense barrister would even assert his right to try in this day and age.
Still, I don't see any mention of the procedure actually being formally revoked.
Haha, got him. What are you suggesting?
I'm suggesting that although it may be antiquated and largely forgotten, it isn't yet extinct. What do you think, Mr. Naruhodo? Deep breath. Summation examination. The last possible option. Do we assert our right to carry it out?
Does
Or admit
Ryunosuke
defeat?
just carry a sword with him at all times?
So about that. Do you remember the first case?
Yeah?
Who had the sword in the first case?
Okay.
And what was the second case about?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Kazuma! He was the best character. Right behind her. They were partners, dude.
For real.
Ryunosuke and this dude. Ryunosuke was straight up scared of the murder weapon knife, but then fucking Susato was like, but you're literally carrying a sword right now. It's like, that's not a sword. That's Kazuma's soul.
Man.
They were roommates. I mean, this is Ace Attorney. Guess we're asserting our right. The defense wishes to assert its right to a summation examination, my lord.
Objection!
Oh, that's what he sounds like. I prefer mine better.
Same.
London is the capital city of the most powerful nation on Earth. We have a duty to the world to exemplify the very highest standards of judicial procedure. Summation examinations are an embarrassment that should remain buried.
Objection!
But if it's alright, it's alright. I believe it could prove vital in this trial. The defense's petition is perfectly valid. The court will now proceed with the summation examination.
I'm upset. This is madness.
Mad. Foreman, are you and the remainder of the jury ready? But
Yeah, he looks funny.
you want to take like 2 jurors? I don't know.
Sure.
Eh? Well, I'm not, there was no mention of this in the letter I received, you see, so...
All members of the jury will be asked to explain on what grounds they have reached their decision.
On what grounds?
You must all justify your decisions and explain why you believe the defendant to be guilty.
Well, my lord, you're rather putting us on the spot.
This is most irregular. No mention was made of this before.
I don't really hold with all this justifying lark.
This dude said he hates rich dudes, but look how he's dressed. And he is
Speedwagon, man.
Speedwagon, you're right. He is Speedwagon. Speedwagon energy. I still don't know. I still don't know what to do with her. But the other person I had in mind for you was this dude over here.
Oh, what is it?
His face is like amazing. Just nothing.
Oh,
That seems to have thrown the jurors off.
Especially a typewriter lady. I've never seen her so disturbed before.
You should have seen the grandma at the end. She knits with fury.
Old bag.
It seems none of them have experienced this before.
Alright then. Summation examination. Defense procedure no practicing lawyer has attempted for years, is it? Well, just maybe. Might be the opportunity we've been looking for. Turn this trial around. Shall be it then. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, the court hereby calls upon you to state the grounds on which you find the defendant, Magnus McGilded, guilty of this most serious crime.
Why does his name sound like guilty?
Oh my... You should have seen one of the witness... Oh, well, you already saw the witness's name. Never mind. This dude, look at this dude's face.
I love him. He's so grumpy.
I saw it, I'm like... Nick has to voice him.
What the hell is going on? Are they holding a trial in a church? What is this freaking building with its fire magic and its stained glass windows?
A courtroom, supposedly.
I don't understand.
There was no one else inside the carriage at the time, so it has to be him. My room smells so good.
No, we're not in Big Ben anymore. That was the Chief Justice's office. Literally in Big Ben.
I trust the driver. He has an excellent memory, it seems. 4 passengers, with fares totaling 20 pence.
He stuck the chap next to him just like this! Brazen, I must say. Absolutely brazen.
I can't unsee Speedwagon.
He's just missing the funny hat.
I know, right?
I have simply typed and collated all the statements made thus far, and drawn the logical conclusion.
Oh my god.
You can trust the guild. Fair fares is our motto. We haven't raised prices above 4 pence for years.
Oh my god, he's got a little horseshoe neck though.
Yeah,
He's got a whiskey flask, of course.
the Coach Guild or whatever. Yeah.
He looks so cute.
Yes.
That scoundrel stabbing that poor man on the floor. It beggars belief.
I'm starting to wish I hadn't pushed for this now.
Some of the jurors don't seem to have wonderfully formed arguments, though, do they?
Well, let's see what we can do. We need to get these 6 people to change their minds. I'll have to throw everything I can at them. Use some very persuasive language.
Just a moment, Mr. Naruhodo.
The big book. That's not very big, but clearly has a lot.
According to my book, that's not quite how it works.
Oh? I thought I was gonna have to thaw their icy minds with some heartwarming rhetoric about the defendant.
Unfortunately, once the jurors have decided the defendant is guilty, they're unlikely to heed anything the defense says.
But then what's the point of...
They've reached their conclusions by their own reasoning, you see. Your pleas will sound like excuses. In fact, could recoil on you. The more you try to persuade them, the more entrenched they may become.
Then what on earth am I supposed to do?
Oh dear. Just citing what I've read about British law, Mr. Naruhodo.
Right. I'm sorry. You have any idea how to make this work, then?
Well, from what I can understand, the key to this procedure is using the jurors' own words to make your arguments.
What do you mean?
Gotta be like, checkmate, liberal.
Well, 6 members of the jury are randomly selected members of the public. They may appear to present a united front, but the truth is, They are complete strangers who just happen to find themselves here in the courtroom together. And
That's the way to break them down, you mean?
yes, exactly. You must listen very carefully to what each member of the jury says. See if we can identify any contradictory statements.
So it's like cross-examining the jury.
Man.
If we can then contrast the statements and pit the corresponding jurors against each other.
I see. But contradictions in what two or more jurors say that we're looking for. In a way, then. This is similar to a regular crossing. There it is!
Ba-ba-ba-da.
Oh, yes, I suppose you're right.
Find contradictions in their statements and pit the jurors against one another to break them down. Alright. I might be able to pull this off. No! It's not right. I have to pull this off! Can we start proceedings, Counsel? I would ask you to take the stand for this. I'm expecting a clear and concise rebuttal. Yes, my lord. Whoa. He's taking the stick. Holy shit.
Yes.
The defense's butt.
Yes. I saw this, like... I saw these screen caps of incomplete scrolled text from Edgeworth's lines, right? In various games. And it just stopped halfway through assistance in all of them. The screenshot. I wonder where it stopped.
I don't know the details of this case, so I can't help.
Well, we don't know that. I don't know that much more than you do. So basically, Mr.
Someone
Rich
got stabbed in a carriage.
Yeah,
That's all I get.
Yeah, there was a public omnibus carriage thing, right?
Yeah.
And there's like the upper deck and then the lower deck, right? The upper deck's outside, the lower deck's inside, but there's like a sunroof, basically,
Yeah.
a little window. And apparently the people on the top of the roof saw Mr. Rich Guy Magnus McGilded totally stab the other dude, the victim, and the accused and the victim were the only two people in the lower carriage. And the knife has a giant M on it.
Right.
And the only potential thing we could maybe eventually find is that, maybe there was a height disparity with the person the people thought was Magnus and the actual person, because they didn't actually see their faces from that angle. Yeah.
Something doesn't add up. The glove doesn't fit. just the one.
Glove no feet. There was no one else inside the carriage at the time. Pit? Oh! That's
Yeah.
interesting. I wonder if we press if it's gonna just...
Yeah, you only get 5 tries, so I don't know. Were there only 2 on the top?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait. Yeah. Because the 3 witnesses are the 2 on the top and the driver.
Gotcha. And how much was the fare again?
Uh,
So what, 5 pence per head?
I guess so.
But I don't think that's what they said. That's what the other guy said.
Let's see.
Mr. Grumpy Guts.
Let's see. Oh.
How can it be? Then it has to be 5 pence if it was 20 pence.
Then
for
there
the
has
fare.
to be another person that they couldn't see from an angle sitting in the opposite seats. Oh shit. Can we... We're going straight for the pit, dude. That's what I thought too.
Yeah,
We got everybody's.
So between him and the maid, there's a discrepancy there.
The maid, yeah, okay. Alright. Bam!
Bada
Math!
bing, bada boom.
Because I heard it too. It's like, I don't think he said 5. Let's fucking do this. Objection! Those two statements clearly contradict each other. They do? Explain yourself, counsel.
Me? Oh dear, what have I said?
I love him so much.
I swear on Silver Blaze's main and name, I haven't the first idea what you're talking about.
It's the main menu music. According to the group testimony we've heard so far, there were 4 passengers on the omnibus in the night in question. And according to the coachman, Mr. Beppo... Mr. Beppo? Yes! He took 20 pence in fares.
Quite right. I have those precise details typed neatly here in front of me.
And the juror number 5 also told us the following. The fare for the omnibus is always 4 pence.
That is a fair and convenient single price. Just the way London's carriages should be operated.
But that doesn't add up at all. In fact, it leaves a glaring discrepancy in the facts.
Why, man?
Why, man? Why? Why, man? Why? Just everything about this guy is amazing. I love him.
This dude is best juror immediately. His horseshoe mustache. Oh my god.
Wait, it is a horseshoe mustache with his horseshoe necklace. And he's a carriage guild. Oh god. Oh god.
4 passengers paying 4 pence each. If you do the multiplication,
Oh, it would be 16 pence.
exactly. As I said, doesn't add up. Figures are different.
It literally doesn't add up.
It literally don't add up. By precisely one person's fare. One person's fare. Yes, in other words, on the omnibus that night. It's distinctly possible there was another passenger we've heard nothing about. Goodness gracious, it's a
You
wig.
flipped his wig.
So he really does have judge hair.
This can't be right. Coachmen of the guild are good, honest men, one and all. Trustworthiness is our watchword.
Well, the driver didn't, say anything wrong, potentially.
Yeah, just been, whatever.
The figure your coachman claims most certainly do not add up. Your watchword, good sir, is a fallacy.
Don't you dare run this man's business through the mud.
Yeah, what the hell?
I beg your pardon?
Mr. Guildmaster, I think you ought to consider that if this trial were to end now, the news would surely spread all over London. The news that one of your coachmen tried to hide the fact that he lets nefarious characters ride his omnibus. This energy from Ryunosuke, where is this coming from?
You're blackmailing Mr. Horseshoe Man.
Did Phoenix ever do that?
I don't think he ever had
Or,
to.
or did Trilogy Phoenix ever do that? I don't know about Apollo Justice and Beyond Phoenix. Apollo Justice and Beyond Phoenix is a slightly different character.
Man.
He does poker and stuff and looks like a hobo.
Bulker.
An attractive
Man,
hobo.
Ryunosuke just outright threatening to blackmail this dude.
Damn. Did he become an alcoholic? A little bit. All that grape juice. I just realized they're not calling it grape juice. They're not calling what the prosecutor's drinking as grape juice in this game. Hold up. This isn't the Ace Attorney I know.
It's not PG. It's PG-13. No. I love that. Look at his little face. Look at his little eyeball.
All right then. How do I make it so this miserable trial doesn't end?
Flip, 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 flip.
Well, according to my book here, you simply launch a ball of fire on the innocent side of the innocent side of.
You simply
you
launch a ball of fire.
You simply launch a ball of fire to the other side of the scale.
Now, hold your horses there, coachman. We were all in agreement. Why'd you have to go and... Wait till I get my hands on you, Beppo.
Ah, this is all very irritating. I just want to go home.
Begging your pardon, sir. I'm going to do the same.
Look at it. The fact that they got that to work with any kind of consistency.
There's like no... Well, there's no mechanism. They literally slam their hand on the table and it bounces up. What if they miss? What if it lands on the judge's hair? For the love of Mike! Not you as well!
Mike.
A penny can be the difference between a smile and a tear, after all. I certainly can't put my trust in someone who doesn't follow my exacting standards in financial matters.
Oh, really?
I, for one, think it's only proper that we hear from the witnesses again. Oh, well done, Mr. Darhodo. You did it. If we can manage to change just 2 more jurors' minds, we can force the trial to continue.
I thought it was at least 2. Not
What do you mean? I don't know about you, but in...
what? What?
In modern grand trials with a grand jury, all it takes is 1. But don't take my word for that. My only experience with that is 12 Angry Men, and I love that play, but it's just a play.
We.
The screen went yellow again.
Give me 1 second.
Okay. Give me 1 second.
Okay. Flux came back. What? Oh, it's because I clicked out. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, what Simward said. It has to be unanimous. Guilty beyond any reasonable doubt. But, you know, this is London in the freaking 1800s. I don't freaking know.
Okay, there we go. Okay, I'm clicking back in. Flux is disabling again.
Yeah.
Yes. That's what we do.
We can force the trial to continue.
Yeah, this is weird. This is almost a weirder court system than the original games one.
Phoenix Wright Games' Ace Attorney universe is clearly a world where law proceedings never... I don't know. Everyone was on drugs when they were... when they were sorting it all out.
I mean, am I wrong with what I like half remember with the original trilogy being a commentary on the Japanese legal system.
Supposedly that's what it is.
Like maybe not one to one. I don't know. So then what's this?
I don't know, but I think you're right. Like, the original Ace Attorneys were supposed to be satire, basically.
Yeah.
I mean, just look at the characters; they're just so ridiculous.
I don't know why I've heard Apollo Justice getting a bad rap, because that was the game where, you know,
I think
they were
people
trying to show that a juror system is necessary.
maybe people just didn't like that game because they missed Phoenix. I don't know.
Yeah, that was probably it. Oh, my totally deep main character.
Very deep, yes.
Now we're replaced with this blank slate that Phoenix totally isn't.
Not deep at all. I want to see how this case plays out.
Yeet. Okay. 2 more. Actually, there is something else that's bothering me about a couple of their assertions.
Then that's where you must strike next.
It sounds so violent.
Strike with the sword. So I need to pit 2 more jurors against each other and show there's another contradiction in their assertions. Man, okay, magic bracelet simp word, right? At least the magic bracelet, like, made sense. Like, it wasn't total magic. It was just, like, assisting Apollo's attuned sense of sight, you know? That's all it was. Yeah, I know it was being sarcastic, but you just opened the wound again.
Yeah, wasn't that just essentially a visual representation of his thoughts?
Yeah,
it didn't even need to be a magical bracelet.
No worries. No, sorry, Sipward. I'm in like.
Dawn is a scary man. You should be afraid.
I'm in Ace Attorney mode.
No, be afraid of Dawn. He's terrifying. You have no idea what he's like when he's not streaming. Help me.
It's not true.
So anyway, about the game.
Yeah. Need to pit 2 more people against each other.
Exactly. You can do it.
Well, the scales of justice have shifted, but they still weigh heavily on the side of guilt. Counsel, you have the floor again. Continue with your summation examination. That emote looked like it moved when you wrote it, Nick. I don't know what it was.
Did it blink?
Maybe? I don't know. Okay, you say
Right.
You say that, however, it didn't seem like the witnesses were watching when the stabbing happened. It was like the before and after. Oh my god, this Kirsty.
Wait. The old lady said something about the nature of the stabbing too. Maybe it contradicts.
On the floor? No.
How do you do that on the floor?
It wasn't on the floor. It was in a carriage.
How do you do a side-to-side lateral shankin' like Speedwagon showed on the floor?
Can we look at the... Okay, here we go. So let's go inside the actual bus.
We can see.
On the floor.
My butt. He was shanked on his seat.
Yeah.
Oh. That's that then.
Yep. And then... Is that a color? Murder photo? Oh my goodness. I just realized. You know, Great Britain and their technology.
Camoa.
Yeah, but all the photos up until this point have been black and white.
When does this game take place?
Like late 1800s, early 1900s.
No high fidelity photography, colored or otherwise. Absolutely not. Anyway, yeah, he wasn't stabbed on the floor. Also, that hat is fancier.
I know, right?
I know it's all patchwork, but that's Speedwagon style.
The gloves.
Snuggle.
How'd they get blood in the seat? Gravity, I guess. I don't know.
Gravity.
Shit. I wanted to click the left arrow, but really I need to right click anywhere.
Oopsie doopsies.
Alright, let's loop around again. It's clear. I wonder if Sasato is like related to any spiritual shenanigans. It's not clear, but she can.
She literally read Ryunosuke's thoughts word by word.
And Maya's done that too, so it makes me sus. You know? Like in the original trilogy.
It's all connected. It's freaking Ace Attorney. Of course it's all connected somehow.
Yeah, I mean, Ryunosuke's supposed to be a fucking ancestor of Phoenix anyway, so, you know.
I mean, look at that pose where
Wait,
he's
wait,
sweating.
wait, speaking of Phoenix, hold on, I have to show you something.
Huh? What? Oh my god. Excuse me? Why? Sus. Phoenix Wright time traveled, went back and stabbed this man, and then put his name on the bus.
I wonder if at some point Ryunosuke / Phoenix's family married it, like Sipper was saying, like just married into the bus company. I don't know.
Man. I'll name you Phoenix Wright after my favorite bus that my great-granddad rode.
Phoenix the Time Lord. Okay, to be fair, the fourth game has some like Time Lord level flashbacks. Anyway. We get another game and someone's like, hey, Wright, where'd you get your name from? Well, you see.
There was a murder on this carriage. Okay, whatever. Man, checkmate them drawers, Don. Checkmate
Let's
them.
do it. No. No.
No. Stop narrating his brain.
I'm gonna keep narrating your brain.
Please don't, Sasato.
I can't help it.
I'm gonna keep narrating your brain. Please don't, Susato. That's what you were thinking, right?
God damn it.
So Speedwagon and Granny, right? Although
No.
that kind of coincides with what we just...
Let's
But there's no one else to pin him against.
see. Speedwagon. Oh yeah, it's the clear Speedwagon and Granny. Herlock be low-key kind of sus. Yeah, but he's not in this case, is he? but he is a little sus for sure. Especially with all the cuff stuff. Let's do it.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Get him.
Objection. Those two statements are completely
Oh my God,
contradictory.
Granny.
What? Explain, counsel. Post haste.
Oh, dearie me, I was only knitting a jumper for my other half.
Aw.
What is all this claptrap? What does contradictory even mean, I ask you?
We've heard from more than one witness that they all allegedly saw the actual moment when the defendant stabbed the victim. Now, out of curiosity, juror number 3.
What? Can't you see that I'm busy here?
How would you say the defendant stabbed the victim? What sort of motion was it?
Ha! Want to test me, do you? It was like this! Stuck the fellow next to him without even getting up. Just like the prim banker said.
Yes, that was Mr. Fairplay's testimony. Quite true. Now then, juror number 6.
Oh, is that me, is it? What can I do for you, young man?
How would you say the defendant stabbed the victim, madam?
Oh, well, dear, as far as I understand it, it was like this. He stabbed the poor man after he'd collapsed on the floor.
That
Coachman says-
counter has to be like filled with all of these marks and holes now.
Now don't move. Take a look at these two jurors. He stuck the fellow next to him without even getting up. And he stabbed the poor man after he'd collapsed on the floor.
Well, I never. They're stabbing in totally different directions.
What?
Bless my stitches! What a muddle!
Bless my stitches.
What this tells us, he was stabbed 38 times, no,
28 stab wounds!
is that there's a strong possibility one of the witnesses isn't telling the truth.
Oh,
He thinks Granny made a mistake.
But why? Why the dickens would they lie? Because it was her! Granny did it!
I don't know that yet, but what I do know is that if the trial ends at this point, we may never find out. We may never know the real truth. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, can you really let that happen in all good conscience?
I mean, maybe.
lies, you say? Oh, dearie me. I can't abide people telling lies.
Yeah, Granny, woo!
That looked like it went to the left in the first shot.
The scales.
I don't believe it! Every time I see his face, I laugh!
I know.
Juror number 5 is the best.
Wait! Now hear this, my fellow jurors. I warn you, you cannot listen to this man. Look at him in his black suit. He's clearly some devious Eastern sorcerer using magic on us all.
Mm-hmm, yeah, and you
What?
just didn't use magic just now with that fucking fireball shit. If I could use magic, do you really think I'd be putting myself through all this?
Damn nipple knees.
Now answer me this, Doc Jinx.
Jinx? Huh? Me?
What exactly is the problem? What of it if two witnesses have slightly different recollections of events? You're a terrible juror.
What of it?
Let's say the Shylock did stab the victim as he was sat next to him on the omnibus. And this young dandy saw him do it. And now let's say the victim collapsed on the floor. And then the Shylock stabbed him again.
We have evidence that
You're a terrible
contradicts...
juror. And this old lady saw him do that. Well, what's to say it didn't happen like that? Hmm? Who are you calling a dandy, sir? Why, I should take this knife to you.
Who are you calling old? Why, I should take this needle to you.
Oh, don't mess with Granny.
They're all ready to kill each other now. Great.
And we'll have a second trial right here.
Could the foreman of the jury be right?
No, he's dumb.
Did the two witnesses see two different moments of the same crime?
Without question, you saw him murdered sitting on the couch.
Yeah. Impossible.
Unfortunately, Mr. Foreman,
What is it, you dark jinx? Come on, out with it.
he's really sticking with this, isn't he?
Damn Asian witches.
What you're suggesting is impossible. It's out of the question.
What? What are you talking about, man? How can you possibly say that? You do realize that I'm only doing my job. As foreman of the jury, I have a responsibility to steer everyone in the right direction.
What is wrong with you? You are pissing me off.
So where's your evidence, man? That's what we want to see. I say the two witnesses saw two different moments of the same crime. If you say that's out of the question, show me proof.
Looks like the only way I'm gonna convince him is to present him with something he can't dismiss. Some irrefutable hard evidence. As you wish.
What?
I'll give you the proof. It's out of the question that the two witnesses saw two different moments of the same crime, as proved by, I want to say photo or bus? I want to say bus. Because there was no blood stain on the floor.
It could be the photo or the carriage, honestly.
I'm tempted to try carriage first.
Yeah, go for it.
We still got all 5 points, so let's see. Please. This clear piece of evidence. Well, Mr. Foreman? Nope. Can we look inside the fucking box? The autopsy report. Alright, dude. You're probably right.
Yeah, that's a good point, too. Was he only stabbed once? Probably.
Yeah.
Do you know what they say about me, young man? They say I've got no powers of persuasion.
Oh, I see. I'm sorry to hear that?
But no one will need persuading about this. You're even worse than me! Oh!
Ah! 2 different moments. In other words, someone stabbed 2 different times. But we have evidence that clearly contradicts the possibility. You'll allow me another chance. I'd like to present you with one more piece of evidence to consider. Sholmes appears with an updated autopsy report. Oh my god, imagine. The autopsy report. Single stab wound. Bam!
One single stab
Take that!
Do you feel any regret?
This is the victim's autopsy report. Why does he look like he's seen it
Why
for
is
the
he like-
first time? 28 stab. Oh my god, where did this come from? This is the victim's autopsy report. According to what's written here, Mr. Mason was stabbed in the abdomen. Only once.
I missed the animation of Phoenix slapping the paper.
Right? This has this awkward energy and it's great.
Yeah.
Eh? Only once?
It's quite simple. Victim was stabbed precisely one time. Which means these witnesses can't possibly have seen it happen 2 different times.
All right, I concede defeat.
Maybe he should stop sticking his knife in the table.
But wait, that means 4 jurors are now leaning not guilty.
Oh my god, his eyes darting all over the place is just...
Great.
We've done it,
These
Mr.
animations are great.
I know, right?
We've done it, Mr. Naruhodo.
You should have seen. Were you there for Swan Lady?
No, unfortunately.
Oh man, you should have seen Swan Lady's breakdown.
We've won!
Yatta!
What are you playing at, you dandy fool? Shut your trap, sir. No one deceives me. But we had a consensus. I said shut your trap. I know a liar when I see one. And if the chap ever dares to cross the threshold of my shop, I'll take this razor-sharp blade and shave every last hair off his head.
Now he has the cockulate energy. Is he a barber?
That animation really disturbs me.
He's like a speedwagon semi-criminal barb.
I can't. I don't want to see this anymore.
Please tell me he's a barber. Well, in a quite remarkable turn of events, the defense's summation examination has flipped the balance of the scales of justice. The jurors now stand at 2 for guilty and 4 for not guilty. Accordingly, there is no longer a large enough majority among the jury for me to adjudicate, and the trial must continue.
Da-da.
He's still licking. Tasty, please. Yeah. Right? Oh my god. I hereby ask the defense, prosecution, and witnesses to return to their places. And I call upon all of you to continue to pursue the truth. Now, Lord Van Cheeks, continue to substantiate the case for the prosecution, if you please.
I hope his defeat animation is just him spilling it all over his little cravat. Oh, never mind. Having savored the rich aroma of the carmine contents of this hallowed chalice.
Hallowed chalice. There it is.
It may seem crass to crush it to dust. Pray forgive the discourtesy.
Oh my god, does he have a sword too?
He does. It's a saber.
Lord Van Cheeks! Is it cold in here? Is it just me?
As your antiquated tome no doubt says, the prosecution may not speak during a summation examination. So I honored a deathly silence and listened to the charade. It seems I overestimated the intelligence of the jury. Bruh. Well, no matter. There is nothing so hard to prove as a self-evident truth, it would seem. No. And why else would we grace the courtroom with our presence after all? Slowly. So, let us proceed to the next round of battle. Bring forth the witnesses once more.
This dude a soldier? Or is this...
I guess.
don't know.
Witnesses. I trust you heard the summation examination we have just had to endure. Beppo.
Oh, he's Beppo, right. Okay.
Oh yes, sir. That I did, sir.
Trying to think. I guess I'll take this dude too.
Of course I heard it. Oh yes, sir. I heard it.
Got his hat.
You, sir. You in the end. A coachman. I believe it's Beppo.
Yes, sir. My lord, sir.
If it transpires that in your previous testimony, you were attempting to veil the presence of a fifth passenger on your omnibus, you will be found guilty of perjury. You are advised to bear that in mind, sir.
Oh mio Dio. What? What?
Oh, he's Italian.
Oh.
Beppo.
Beppo. Oh my god. I didn't make the connection.
Now then, witnesses, I hereby call on you to testify before the court again. You will explain the various misgivings brought to our attention by the defense's summation examination.
You want to stop there? Because if there's anything I've learned about this game is just what you think.
Yeah, this is gonna go on forever and ever and
Yeah.
ever.
I told you with the first case, what was supposed to be the tutorial case was a full-fledged case that took me 12 gameplay hours to get through when voicing stuff.
Not 12 gamer hours.
That
Yeah, I'm gonna head out from here.
yeah.
I'll still chill in the chat for a bit though.
Oh, I figured I might end there and then we.
Oh, I
Yeah.
misunderstood. Okay.
Yeah. So, yeah, I think I'm gonna call it there because, we've had a fairly typical length of Ace Attorney stream, which I wasn't sure if I'd be able to pull off on a Monday night, but, here we are.
You did it. Am I gonna Genshin tonight? No, because I still don't have it downloaded.
Let's see. Who do I host? I could host
Ross is
Ross.
on.
Yes.
Yeah.
Let me make sure I copy and paste his name, because I could have sworn there was one point where I just straight up, mistyped it. Okay, please, okay, why didn't it take me to the actual stream? I'm gonna wait for the ad. Yeah, why don't we all go Wave Ross? Give him a hello.
Wade the Wasp.
Wade the Ross. As soon as this ad finishes playing, so I can, actually hear the dude. Any day now. Is it a serial ad? It is a serial ad. Maybe? No, it's an Instagram ad. Okay. Alright.
Here we go. It's time for the way. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. See y'all later.